All right, how's it going, everyone? Nick Akin here. I hope you're all having a good Christmas, or it's Christmas Eve here in Hong Kong. I think it's about just turned 10 o'clock here, 10 past 10. So I'm sure it's the morning if you're on the other side of the world. Merry Christmas to everyone out there. And yeah, we'll do a quick show tonight. I thought I hadn't done a recap of One Friday Fights 92, which I just came back from on Saturday night. So yeah, I've been a little busy since I got back. Had to finish up some work and also do all the Christmas stuff. So yeah, Christmas is upon us. Take a not really a break, but yeah, a bit of a chill for the next week or so, 10 days before we get back into the swing of it all again. Early January, they're already releasing fights for the next show. I thought they just finished, and yeah, we've just had the first fight drop for the next ONE Lumpinee show, which is One Friday Fights 93. We'll get into that. Spoiler alert, it's Kong Chai versus Ramadan Ondash. So we'll discuss that fight in a bit. And I'll give my thoughts on One Friday Fights 92 and my quick thoughts on the big news that Peter Miller, our friend of the show, the piss master himself, Condition Nutrition, has landed the whale, the killer whale. He is hooked Rodtang Jitmangnon for his fight with Takeru. Rodtang will be working with Peter in Japan. We can all breathe a sigh of relief now. It's pretty sure, as long as Rodtang follows everything Pete says, that he will make weight, which is good news because Rodtang's missed weight two times in his last two fights, obviously. But what's up, everyone in the chat? Thanks for tuning in. Not expecting too many people today because it is Christmas Eve, as I said. I'm only on it. I wasn't going to do the show, but my girlfriend just passed out because, yeah, pretty early. We were watching a film, and then 10 minutes in, out. So I thought, oh, I'll do the podcast. Yeah, you can thank her. But Louis, what's up? Melissa, Merry Christmas to you too. Combat Sports today. My guy Phil, good morning to you too. Beyond Kickboxing, what's up, guys? Happy holidays to you. ONE Lumpinee FC, my guy Shine. Caught up with him in Bangkok last week as well. We went to see some live music, very fun, at the Rock Pub, a fun establishment. Saw some emo cover bands. It was an interesting night. Flaming Mo, are you really streaming because of all those big fights I was telling you about? Yes, some huge fights. Yeah, we're going to get into some huge fights. No, I'm just wrapping up the year. I wanted to try and do one show before Christmas. Yesterday was just impossible. The plan was yesterday, but then I went out for dinner with some of my girlfriend's friends, and traffic was really bad, so it took us a while to get there, and then didn't get back here till about 11:30. So I was too tired to jump on the show. I want to give you my best, so you've got it. Yeah, after my Christmas Eve feast, I'm here. Flaming Mo with the Rodtang emojis. Just to remind you all, yes, if you want to be a member like Flaming Mo and get a special badge next to your name, the belt badge, and also get access to some special emojis, please think about joining the channel as a member. Supporting the channel really helps me. In fact, today, just got my November revenue payment and sent some to Giuliano, who's been helping me with video stuff in the last couple of events. So it does make a difference. I'm able to pay contributors to the channel, and we're going to make more great content. So thanks to all the members. Special shout out to all of you guys with those badges, those belts next to your name. Makes a huge difference. Connor is another one. Thank you, Connor. Merry Christmas too. Also, Merry Christmas. Viva Amarim. Yeah, not going too well for Ruben Amarim. Going badly, you might say. Louis got the Rodtang overweight emoji may no longer be applicable now that he has signed up with Peter Miller. That's quite a good segue into this. So we will do that. NG, what's up? Just touched down in Thailand. Good to see you. Hopefully catch you there in a couple of weeks. Happy birthday, Nick. Thank you, Nicola. Yep. Was also my birthday last week on Wednesday, and had a great time. Went out here to a pretty fancy steakhouse that I would never be able to afford. Girlfriend picked up the tab, of course, and then went to Bangkok the next morning and did the weigh-ins, face off straight off the plane. Then I met up, with ONE Lumpinee FC and my guy Keith. Went to watched these emo cover bands. Had a bit of fun there. And then it was the show the next day. I also had lunch with Shannon Wurchai and Fei Lee, his wife, my buddies. They bought me La Boo Boo. Oh, should I go get it? Yeah, maybe I will. I don't want to take it off the bag because it took me a while to attach, but yeah, they bought me. This thing is like all the rage in Thailand. Petanong's got one. Bunch of fighters have it. You can all be jealous right now. Yeah, that was my birthday. Then flew back Saturday. Non-stop whirlwind right now. Combat Sports Today says no better way to start the vacation than a Nick Atkins live stream. I'm sure there are many better ways, Phil, but that is cool. I hope you're having fun. Yeah, I think everyone's vacations start now. I know in Hong Kong everyone's kind of finishing up today. It was like a half day for everyone here, so everyone's got about 7, 8, 9, 10 days off, whatever. Back to the office early Jan. So have fun. No one championship to enjoy, sadly. It won't be long before it's back. Really, it's not like less than 3 weeks. So enjoy the holidays. Yeah, I hope everyone's got some good plans. I will be doing a show next Monday, a year in review type thing. That is the plan, where I will choose certain awards such as Fighter of the Year, Match of the Year, whatever you want to call it. Yada yada. There's no hard and fast rules. I'll make it up probably on the spot. But if any of you want to get involved, coming and jumping on the live stream, let me know. I'm looking at some of my members. Yeah, like Combat Sports Today, Chester. He's been on before too. Connor, he's making noise about starting up some live streaming. And whoever, just hit me up. I'll reach out as well. It could be a fun one. We could do a committee type thing. But I do know it is the holidays and people have better things to do, so no pressure. But maybe we'll get some live polls going in the chat for people to vote. And I'll collect all the results at the end, stick it out on Instagram or whatever. So it could be a bit of fun. But we'll do that obviously after Christmas, just before New Year. So whatever the next Monday is, I don't even know. The 30th. Yeah, that's cool. Anyway, NG sent me a few DMs. Yeah, sorry. Let me check. My DMs is just a shit show every day, so I will get to it. Yeah, I have too much every day. It's crazy. Vegan, what's up? Chester, I'm here. I'll check when I can. En route to see some family. Good to see you too. But yeah, I will go back to that segue I made about Rodtang. So, as you can see, right about here, managed to get a poster, sort of, signed by Takeru. He was there with Masaki Noiri. Rodtang was not there, but one of the fans. I've forgotten his name. If you're watching, please put it in the chat. I know you watch the show sometimes. There's a whole crew of hardcore fans who hang outside after the shows, before the shows, and they're just like absolute diehard fans. They always got stuff, taking pictures with the fighters, getting things signed. And one of them, he gave me this and another one actually of City Giant Shadow down here, which which I got signed by Shadow. I'll move the mic so you can see. Yeah, Shadow's signature somewhere here. Very, very kind. Thank you for giving me those. Got that signed by Takeru. It's pretty cool. But yes, Rodtang has a kid now. Well, he's going to have another kid. He's already got a couple, I think, from previous relationship. But yes, he and Ada are going to have their first child. It was announced right when the show was starting. Great timing. Kind of overshadowed the whole thing, but we'll get into that as well. But I want to talk about Rodtang. So he signed up with Peter Miller, as you all know, Condition Nutrition, friend of the show. He's had a lot of success, hasn't he? It's hard to deny. Pretty much 100% success rate. The only fails I can think of was Smilla when she, I think, only had 4 weeks to make weight, and she's just too big, really, to get down to that weight. She could have done it probably, I think, with 2 months, and Pete thinks so too. But yeah, no shame really in that. And then Liam Harrison with the thing in Bangkok with the scale, the 1 pound over when he was told he was on weight. So I don't think you can really count those against Pete. Pretty much 100% success rate. And look, I think Rodtang needs this. It's I call it the smartest decision he's ever made. Really, I think so. It could save him. What is 10% of 10 million? I don't know if Rodtang's getting that, or 20%. What's Rodtang's purse for this fight against Takeru? If it's his 10 million baht purse, which he used to get with his Muay Thai title, then 20% of that, you do the math. It's a lot of money. So Pete, whatever Pete's costing him is probably a lot less than that. I don't want to be negative, but Rodtang hired a nutritionist for the last fight against Jacob Smith, and nutritionist should have one objective, which is to get him on weight, and he did not manage that. So yeah, I'm glad Rodtang has seen the light, shall we say. He's going with Peter for this one. Superlek used Rodtang. Sorry, Superlek used Peter in Japan last time, and so did Takeru. So yeah, it's interesting. It's good for Pete because I think Rodtang is probably the biggest name he's worked with yet. Could open more doors. I think a lot of the Thais maybe still quite hesitant to use him, but Pete's starting to get some traction there. Kong Torni as well. Night and day with him. He struggled to make weight. He's been on weight the last 2 fights, and he's won both, and looked brilliant doing it. So I think there is a lot of advantages for Rodtang to do this, and I think he will perform better on the night if he's not drained, if he's not worried about missing weight, yada yada, all week. So great decision. Crazy to hear Rodtang say Takeru is the best striker he'll ever fight, especially after he's fought Superlek. Yeah, I think I saw that. Probably just a bit of hype for. I think that was said at the press conference, so he's going to hype it up. I would say, I mean, Takeru is not terrible, is he? But Superlek, probably is a better striker. I mean, he beat him, so I don't know. But not to take anything away from Takeru, but it is what it is. Maybe he does think Takeru's better. Different fighter, obviously. Happy belated birthday. Thank you, Aiden. I appreciate you. But yes, that's the big news. Rodtang will be using Pete, and all steam, full steam ahead for ONE 172. Now I'll get into my recap. But first of all, if people want to talk about Rodtang a little bit longer, I'll just show the picture of Rodtang and his baby. Well, there it is. He posted this on social media just as the show was starting last Friday. So thank you, Rodtang, for taking the shine off the event. There it is. So pictures of the baby, the whatever you call it. My brain's not too good right now. Sonograph, is that it? Can't remember. I don't have any kids, so Unlike Rodtang, who's got a few apparently, according to Vegan. Yes. Flaming Mo can't stick around for the rest of the stream, so Merry Christmas all. Can't wait for 2025, Year of the Panther, Elaine Nalani. We are one. Hashtag yes, the Panther will be back, I'm sure. MMA is back. As we've seen with there's some other news we can talk about, some more matchups for ONE 171 Qatar, all MMA. I'll get into it with you guys. But yes, thank you, Flaming Mo. And the Rodtang emojis out there. If you want some, sign up as a member. I still need to make more emojis. I will do. Right. But yes, I will get into my recap then. So let's bring it up on screen. What did everyone think of the show? I hope you all enjoyed it. I thought it was a solid show. It was missing a title fight. I think could have done with 2 title fights. As a tentpole. Problem is they've set the bar so high in recent times with these tentpoles. I think the last 4 before this had all been ridiculous. Going back to that Super Bond versus Taiwan Chai won last December, a year ago, when there were 3 title fights. Mexon and Pajija and Lasiri against Prajanchai. So set the bar high, and by no means was this show bad. It's just didn't quite reach those heights, and I think the fact they kind of took it off pay-per-view and made it free says they admitted it wasn't as stacked as some of those other tentpoles have been, but I still really enjoyed the show. We're gonna go through it all. Should we start at the top? I guess so. Sidichai against Shadow. Excellent fight. I enjoyed this a lot. I mean, what can you say about Shadow that's not already been said? I think the big thing, obviously, is that he did not get a contract, and I'm not exactly sure why. I am really not. I think it's... I don't want to be too harsh, but I think it's kind of, reflects... It left a sour taste slightly. I just think it would have been a great way to end the year, final show of the year, final fight, main event, Shadow, the next big thing in the featherweight division, future champion, probably knocking down a legendary fighter, in Sidichai, and getting a decision and then getting a contract. It just would have been a nice, perfect end to the year. Instead, we got the rest of it. We didn't get a contract for Shadow, which you can see the knockdown. This is my... Yeah, excellent. I mean, it kind of put the stamp on the, put the seal on the performance, whatever you want to call it. I think he was winning comfortably. I thought Sidichai may have done enough to win a second round, but I've kind of heard, I think, later on from the judges that Shadow was up in every round. So, very good performance. I'm just baffled he didn't get a contract, and like I said, I think it took slightly away from everything. Alc's in the chat, what's up? Says that big English ref got way too involved in the Marat fight. Chris Batchelor, is it? Yeah, nice guy. I like him. I think he Zahidi kept grabbing the back of Marat's head, so that's a big no-no. Is what it is. We'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, I was a little bit kind of deflated just for Shadow. I thought he did enough, so I'm sad for him. Sad for Sidichai as well, but props to him for taking on the fight. Not many people putting their hand up to fight Shadow. And I mean, the other thing is Sidichai is ranked number 3, and theoretically now Shadow could be ranked number 3 in featherweight Muay Thai, but I think the rule is that you cannot be ranked if you're unsigned. So another kick in the teeth for Shadow. If he had got that contract, he could have jumped straight into number 3, and then I think he's probably next in line for the winner of Taiwan Chai Superbond, but maybe he'd have to go through Smoking Joe. Yeah, I think obviously Joe's fighting Vampire Koyate in January, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe you could have done Shadow against the winner of that, but we'll see. Plenty of time for Shadow. Pretty sure he will get a contract next fight. So I wonder where you go. He's just beaten Jimmy Vienno and Sidichai, 2 ranked fighters. I think he even fought a ranked fighter before that. I'm trying to rack my brain. AKA look at Tapology. Yeah, he's beaten Jimmy Vienno, Mohamed Siasarani as well, and Sidichai now. So 3 very good fighters. Yeah. I think, that one blemish is his decision loss to Mamuka Usubian. They could do that fight again, run that back. Who knows? I'm sure Shadow would want to get some revenge. But yeah. Well, yeah, that's what the Boogeyman is suggesting. Shadow should rematch with Mamuka. If he wins, then give him a contract. Why not? Could be a good idea. Yeah, I've got a feeling he'll be back early next year, from what I understand. So won't be too long to wait for him. Probably March or late Feb. Connor, what's up? Says Shadow versus Joe is the fight to make, in my opinion, as long as Joe wins next month. Yeah, very good. I think if Joe wins and Shadow wins his next one against a contract, that's probably what I'd do to introduce Shadow to the global stage, if you will. Anyway, we'll move on. Sua Kim against Panrit. This was a great fight. Really great fight. Even though it was only 1.5 rounds or whatever, it was superb stuff. Sua Kim just looks awesome. It's really good. He's really building a great record recently now. Beaten Panrit, Otis Waghorn last time out. Denise Dimir Kapu. Yeah. He has lost to Balico. But very good. I was impressed, and the knockout. I've got footage. I'll show my my whatever you call it. Oof. Here it is. Or is it? There it is. Yeah. No, that is the other one. Okay. I'm not very good with tech. Okay. There it is. Sua Kim knocks out Panrit in the second round. Excellent. Great performance from Sua Kim. I don't have much else to say because I don't think there is much else to say. But yeah, Sua Kim, awesome. Enjoyed that. Was very pleasantly surprised. I think I picked Panrit like an idiot, but I did quite well. I did some predictions with before. I think I got most of them right. I think I went with Shadow. Sorry, Tristan. I went Panrit, Song Chai Noi, Pampayak. I failed there. I went with Abdullah. Went with Rak. I think. Went with Marat. I went with. I had no idea about this one, to be honest. And then I went with Masaki. Okay, maybe I didn't do so well. I think I went with Mexon, Shimon, and I can't remember who I went with the first fight. maybe Elbrus. Sorry, Peter, who's very good friends with Nathan Bendon. But yeah, a mixed bag for me. Anyway, Sua Kim contract 2025, says Connor. He's really on a roll now. Yeah, 3 fights in a row he has won. Anonymous says Pampayak should try strawweight during his 3-year impressive. Russians and Brits have cracked the code on weight. Impressive. Maybe he means like hiatus. Russians and the Brits have cracked the code on weight and hydration. Flyweights these days truly belong at bantamweight. Yeah, he could do. He does look kind of undersized for the division. Yeah, maybe he could either bulk up or try and cut down. I don't know. Maybe he's got to get with conditioned nutrition. Imprisonment, that's what it is. Yes, we'll get to Panpayak in a bit. That is one of the big storylines coming out of the show. Let me crack on. We'll get there. All right, yeah. Song Chai Noi against Yodnam Chai. This was another fun fight. I think I came out of the media room interviewing Bikrev, and pretty much just as I got back to the stadium, I saw the final exchanges, and yeah, it was what a wild fight. Let me move my screen around. I'm going to show you my footage. Sorry, it's getting late here as well. I'm no good at technology. Okay, I did post a Song China. There it is. So this one was taken by the excellent Giuliano, aka Shot by FNT. So check him out. There it is. But yeah, the sound went a little bit weird on these slow motion videos. So I thought Giuliano was sending me videos and they were slowing down on purpose as a kind of stylish technique, but he says it just exported wrong when he moved it from his camera to his phone. So the sound is really weird. I don't want to play it, but it does look kind of cool. You can see that. Yeah, I had a few of these slow motion ones, accidental slow motion. Yeah, but you see that he's already going down. Song Chino, he does hit hard, doesn't he? For such a little guy. There it is. Yeah, ruled off, waved off. He couldn't answer the count, really. He was too dazed. Song Chanoi erupts. The slow motion kind of works. You can see all the emotions, Excellent celebration from him too, climbing the ropes. So great stuff. I had an interview with him after, and yeah, he didn't say much. He's not a man of many words, old Song Chanoi. But Brak Boapa, what's up, my guy? I was talking to Shannon Wirachai and Fayley. We were talking about you the other day. Yeah, my man. What's up? Thanks for tuning in. How do you spell that? ILG Travel Official. Is Fight Night 27 cancelled on Jan 10? It's not cancelled, no. As far as I know, I hope not, because I've booked my flights. So, yeah, that would be a shame. Yes, Songchai Noi. Where do you go from here if you're Songchai Noi? That is 8 fights now in a row. I believe he's won. What a streak. Yeah, I think really you just, the play, we were talking about it among us. He's talking about an atomweight belt, a Muay Thai belt, and I think one could do it now. Yeah, atomweight. And the play, according to Keith in the chat, Keith's not watching now, I think, but Keith's saying, why don't you get Nadaka, do it in Japan, 172. They've already fought before, so you do the rematch for the inaugural belt at Saitama Super Arena. That'd be a great fight. I think that's a great idea. If they can get Nadaka somehow, I'm not sure they can, but other people in this chat will know more than me about his situation, and obviously highly rated, highly sought after. So that would be a big coup for ONE with the Japanese market, and that's something they clearly want to break into. So why not? Story of the fight saying Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Must be early over there for my guy Will. 7 a.m. or something. Tuning in early. I hope you're not working, Will, in the weird dungeon or whatever. Atomweight champion is the thing to make for ONE in 25. I agree, Boogeyman. I agree. I think we could do atomweight Muay Thai title for men. Definitely. I think flyweight. Is that right? Whichever one Smiller needs. Yeah. Up from straw. Is it fly? Yeah, for Muay Thai if they want to keep Smiller around. And then I'd also like to see some straw weight rankings. You know what I mean? In Muay Thai, in MMA. Sorry, kickboxing. That's another note. Anyway, get back to my recap. I don't want to hang around too long tonight, but because it's Christmas, so try and speed through this. Where is it? I need a producer, really. Someone to do all this stuff for me. Okay, here it is. Pampayak against Igor Bikrev. Wow, yeah, what a shock! Second round knockout, and to be honest, it wasn't a shock after the first round because Bikrev knocked Pampayak down. I think in that one with the same shot he finished him with. I think from what I can remember, I remember turning to my buddy Leon Jennings, aka Asian Persuasion MMA, was there as well. Old friend of the channel back when we were doing shows on SCMP. Leon, we just looked at each other like, "Oh my god, Empires in trouble." But yes, oh good. No work today for Story of the Fight. Just woke up, straight to the stream. Is that a new painting behind you? Yeah, I debuted it last week, Will. I got it in the Secret Santa at my job here. I have a magazine job I do here, kind of part-time thing, and we had the Christmas party, and yeah, I won this horse. It's pretty fun. Maybe I'll put it on the big screen. Yeah, you can see him there. Pretty cool. Anyway, I've put that solo layout. How do I do that? Okay, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. All right, there it is. Pampayak. Yeah, I'm gonna show the footage again, my Twitter footage. So bear with me again. Right, there it is. Nope, that is Song Chonoi. Okay. Yeah. Ego. Hits hard, doesn't he? Yeah, quite the shock. Really was. Stadium was stunned, but he looked good, and I feel like no one gave him a single 1 ounce of 1 iota of a chance. Really, no one did. So fair play to Igor. Very impressive victory. Deserves it. A lot of people were crying foul about it, saying, Pampayak, it's not a fair matchup. Big scary Russian in small gloves. But yeah, if I'm the matchmaker, I probably wouldn't have done this fight. I think Pampayak probably needed another couple of tune-ups before you start feeding him to the scary Russians, so to speak. So I don't know. Maybe he's just the 3 years off didn't help, obviously. So I'm not sure if finished, as some people are saying. I'm not sure if he's washed, as some people are saying. Maybe he just, yeah, had a bad night. So I'm sure Pampayak will be back. I really don't think it's as bad as people are making out, and I'm sure Bikrev will come unstuck against fighters we consider less talented than Pampayak. It's just the game, you know. I think, especially the 4 ounce gloves are such an equalizer for skill level, you know. But yeah, not a great night for Pampayak, and he was very down afterwards. But Story of the Fight saying both shots he countered the left kick of Pampayak, clearly game plan for it and executed well. Yeah, this is you. Yeah, you want Will's analysis more than mine. I should have got him on the show, to be honest. But great analysis there. Sean James says those ropes were everyone's support system that night. Grand rising, everyone. Quite depressing, says Connor. One ruined Pampayak's career by jailing him. Also, not to call foul. Story of the Fight says the final blow was landed while Pampayak was on the ground. Left hook dropped him, but a big right landed on the temple while he was down. Wow, I need to look at that again. Okay. Gonna look at it here. Let's share that screen again. Oh yeah, you're right. I never saw that. And his head kind of bounces off the ropes, huh? Damn. Good spot, Will. See, Will spots all these things. He's incredible. I did not see that. Very hard to see live. Yeah, but did anyone pick up on that on the broadcast or anything? Damn. Will he ever be the same? I'm sure he'll be fine, yeah. I think maybe he rushed back for the second fight. Maybe could have done with taking a bit of time off after the comeback, regroup, come back in January instead. Hindsight, you know. I think he just wanted to smash out another fight. But yeah, in hindsight, maybe it was too much too soon. But look, I'm sure Pampayak will be back. It was so in the moment of fast, so it's not a huge deal in my opinion. Sorry, the fight. Yeah, who knows? Maybe it wouldn't have changed the outcome of the fight. Maybe it would have. It's hard to notice though. But great spot, Will. Yeah, that was the big shock. You know, and you have to ask the question, like, could Bikrev have won a contract from that? I asked him backstage, and he said, I did think maybe I might get it, but he did not. I think it's not as egregious. Sorry, as Pampayak. Sorry, as Shadow not getting one, as we were talking about earlier. So it's only his second fight, I think. Lumpinee and Pampayak is technically not on the main roster. So, but yeah, arguably a win over Pampayak should maybe get you a contract given his ability. But is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna move back on. Try and get through this recap. It's Christmas Eve recap. Okay. Sibmun and Abdullah Dayakayev, first round knockout. How can I forget? It was only 35 seconds, I think, for Dayakayev, who missed weight, it must be said, quite badly. He was 2.2 pounds over. Didn't even bother trying after missing the first time. Sibmun took the fight. Yeah, it was didn't last long. I've got some highlights. Well, the one highlight. I will get to it. Here you go. Oh no, it's done it again. All right. Wow. Yeah, so this is more of Giuliano's footage. So sorry if the sound goes weird. Oh, there it is. It's going very weird. I'll keep it quiet, but yes. So he lands that shot. Moon tries to get up, then just falls backwards in all the slow motion glory you can see here. He's just not steady on his feet at all. You'll see him come back across the screen. Daikayev's kind of asking, like, what's going on? Come on, he's done. And the ref sort of sees it, waves it as Moon falls. More slow motion fun here, yeah. It's kind of accidentally slow, but kind of cool. Yeah, very big win for Daikayev back in the win column after losing to Yod IQ, and he was very impressive. Yeah, he's got incredible power. I did think, yeah, Sid Moon was being kind of fed to the lions a little bit after. I think he was booked to appear on Karate Combat, and then he was taken off that card, put on this one against the Absolute Killer. You know, despite the Yod IQ loss, he's racked up a bunch of wins before that, by knockout. Very scary guy. Abdullah, 5 wins, I think. The last one was his only loss. He has 3 knockouts, a couple other majority decisions. Yes, he's a scary dude. Very, very heavy hands, and doesn't lack confidence. He told me in our interview backstage he wants to be the best fighter in the world, and he's funny as well. He was cracking a few jokes. I think he's got personality. His English is he's kind of got that like broken English Khabib style, where it's like just good enough to kind of get by, but it's hilarious. Yeah, he's got a lot of personality. He was making a lot of jokes. He was saying, "Yeah, I'll take on Superlek if he wants, to fight. I'll even fight Anatoly Malakin if he can make 65 kilo." I don't think Malakin can make that as much as he wants to win all the belts. So yeah, he was cracking a few jokes. Good guy. I think he's a character. I think if he hadn't missed weight, I think Daikaev maybe would have got a contract. Definitely would have got a bonus. But I think he may have already got a contract. But I think from what he was telling me, he's asked to fight on the February 7th card, which is his birthday. He's only 22, so be 23. And he says, another fun part of the interview said, no worry, I told them, just give me a fight on my birthday. I'll get a knockout and you can give me a double bonus to make up for this one. So yeah, he's a character. I think he'll, if he does fight on that card or whenever he fights next, and if he gets a knockout, I think he will be joining the main roster pretty soon. So he's a scary guy. Yes, I enjoyed that. Right. What is next? I'm just gonna look. It is Marat Grigorian knocks out Abdel Ali Zahidi in the second round. Okay. I'm just gonna go straight to my Twitter footage instead of bringing up the. Yeah, this guy stood right. This guy in front of me stood up as soon as Marat knocked him down. Yeah. It was pretty loud in there. I think there were a lot of fans for Zahidi too. Well, there Moroccans there. Marat thought it was over already. Zahidi got up. Marat went back to finish the job. Yeah, I mean, Zahidi was just sitting duck at that point. Yeah, it was all over. Marat Grigorian back in style, doing his thing. He's a showman, Crowd love him. I was a little surprised. No bonus for Marat, and not even an interview in the ring. I asked him about it. He laughed. Yeah, I think obviously he would want the bonus more than an interview, but No, but I think probably why you don't get a bonus is because he's probably already got a fairly large fight purse, and I think those contracted fighters when they come down to Friday fights, if they win a bonus, they have to get their 50K bonus. You know what I mean? It's contracted stipulation, so I don't think Chatri wanted to throw out another 50K if Marat was already making a ton of money. And not to do down Abdel Ali Zahidi. I love the guy. I think he's got a ton of upside in Muay Thai. But yeah, he is a Muay Thai fighter. He's not a kickboxer really. So perhaps that was the reasoning behind not giving a bonus. But you can only beat what's put in front of you, and he did it in spectacular fashion. Now, I've seen bonuses given out for a lot less impressive performances. I've seen bonuses given out for decisions. I've seen bonuses given out for draws in grappling and stuff. So I think Murat could have a case to be annoyed about that, but he wasn't even really that annoyed. But yes, Melissa was upset, said awful refereeing in my opinion, didn't give Zahidi a chance to do his game. Murat's pressure is exhausting, story of the fight says. Those were more binds than clinches in this fight, Alcy says. This fight should not have happened. Terrible mismatch, Melissa says. Well, yeah. So the ref did yellow card Zahidi for, yeah, from what I was told, it was back of the neck. Back of the neck. I know Zahidi was upset about it. We were chatting a bit on DMs. He felt it was not right. So look, is what it is. Murat said afterwards about it, yeah, he kind of was doing it to interrupt the flow of the fight and stop, start, not let him settle. I think, to be honest, it doesn't really matter in the end. It didn't really affect the outcome of the fight. Yes, Rodtang got 100K bonus for being Edgar. They can give Murat 50K, or at least 10. Yeah. Story of the fight, like the refereeing in this one. I mean, yeah, I have a lot of respect for the ref, Chris. I think he's a great ref. So I didn't really have a problem with it. I can't see it as close up as some of you can, I guess, watching on broadcast. So you may have a better angle. From where I was sitting in the stadium, it seemed like, yeah, repeated fouls. So. Anyway, Murat afterwards, yeah, called out Superbon, in our interview, says he wants that fight in Japan at 172. Could be a close turnaround for Superbon, who's fighting Tawanchai, obviously, next month. But the interesting thing, yeah, Murat said, I don't want to do it in Thailand. Yeah, he feels like he won the fight against Superbon in April under kickboxing rules. He said it's not Muay Thai, but he seemed to say the judges were judging it by Muay Thai rules. But the rule sets in ONE are pretty close for Muay Thai and kickboxing. So yeah, I mean at the time when I watched it, I thought Superbon won, and so did Chatri. I interviewed Chatri about it. Some people in the stands thought Murat won. I guess it's what you're looking at, But yeah, I didn't have a huge problem with it, but I thought it was fun, Murat. I like it when fighters show a bit of personality, and he's clearly unhappy. So, does he deserve that rematch? Yeah. I don't think there's anyone else really. He said Chingiz is gone. He says he doesn't think Chingiz is coming back, so it has to be him and Superbon. I don't think you can really argue that. Yeah, but it might be too close to January for Superbon. He'd probably want a full camp for Murat, but there's one thing about Superbon. I know he likes money and he likes titles, So title fights is what he's all about at this stage of his career. I think he's 34, and I think this is just his legacy right now. He's writing it. Every fight Superbon in is box office, marquee. It's kind of like, I know he fought Tayfun Ozcan a bit lower down the card, but other than that, I think every fight Superbon's been in, going back to a while now. It's been a title fight or a main event. He's such a stud, you know. I want to look at his topology quickly. But yeah, if you look at his time in one championship, it's ridiculous. It's yeah, City Chai, July 2020, one decision. Petrosian, obviously we know what happened there. Won the belt October 2021. That was I think that was the main event, yeah, on that all kickboxing card. So then Gregorian, their second fight, their first fight in one, unanimous decision, March 2022 at 1X in Singapore. Absolute masterclass performance. I'm not sure where it was on that card because that card was weird. It was sort of 3 cards in one day. It was probably top of the bill on one of the 3 sections. Then Chingiz Alazov, January 2023, obviously main event, lost the belt there. Then Tafun, that was not a main event, but it was a highlight reel finish, the head kick. Then Taiwan Shai last December, a year ago, main event, lost. That was for the featherweight Muay Thai belt. Then Marat in April, that's the main event. Won the interim belt. Then Joe Natowit, main event, Friday Fights 81, the last tent pole in September. 103 seconds victory. And now he's got another main event next month. Yeah, like I said, the guy is the definition of a prize fighter. He's absolute stud. He kind of reminds me, he's sort of the Israel Adesanya of ONE. I think Adesanya only ever has really fought in main events, pretty much. There's a stat I know out there. Some people know better than me, but it's incredible. But yes, he's such a go-to, dependable guy for ONE in that regard. Anyway, official Louis says, as media, do you get tickets for free? Well, we get in for free. Yeah, we don't need tickets. We'll just get like a wristband or a lanyard, depending on the event. You can see some lanyards behind me. From usually get one of these nice passes, and I like to keep them as keepsakes. Yeah, and I stick them behind here. Something for me to look at when I'm old and grey, if I make it that far. But if it's Friday fights, you just get a little wristband, and I actually just cut those off and throw them away. So sorry, but yeah, we get in for free. ONE Lumpinee FC. Merry Christmas Eve to you as well. See you in a couple of weeks or whatever it is. My guy Shine. We had a lot of fun last Thursday when I watched some emo cover band playing emo songs. Very fun. Story of the fights is, wouldn't the judges be the same no matter where they are? Yeah, they would. They would. I think this is a misconception in ONE. So it's I think same with, I think DeBella was unhappy, or his camp were with the judging in the fight against Prajanchai, and that was obviously a bit of a controversy. So I think they wanted to fight in America because, you know, they think, yeah, we won't have the same problem, but it's going to be the same judges, really, or whatever. They might have some other judges in America who they use instead, but they're all approved by ONE. Perhaps you could say the judges are going to be influenced by the crowd in Thailand. I'm not sure. But yeah, maybe you wouldn't want to fight Superbon in Thailand. You'd probably prefer to fight him in Japan because crowd's going to be a bit more neutral. Judges might react differently to certain things. That might have been what he's getting at. I don't think you're going to... Yeah, you're literally not going to get different judges. ONE championship uses all their own judges, officials, medical, everything. So that's kind of why it's taken them a while to get their rule set approved in different states in America, I think, because in the US you have to go through commissions and commissions will appoint judges, refs, medical, yada yada, like I just said. So that's kind of Denver seems to be happy for one to do whatever they want. But yeah, as you see, a doctor in one state will call off a fight sooner than they would in Vegas or whatever in the UFC, and Dana White will complain about it. So I think Chatri and Juan don't want to have situations where you've got people who don't know about the global rule set, which one uses, and don't know about their hydration test, and don't know about their rules, their scoring, judging these fights and just getting it wrong, because it would be a complete shit show, to be honest. If you think it's bad now, and I don't think it is bad, but if you're saying that judging in one is bad, just wait till if you had random ass judges in America judging. Anyway, Paul Lua says, I listened to Chatri's live in Thai. He said he had a talk with Chingiz. He told him he likes him a lot. Chingiz said he also likes One. Chatri was not sure what's going to happen next. Yeah, I mean, I've spoken to Chingiz, and Chingiz said he has nothing wrong, like no problem with One. He literally just feels he's closed the door on that chapter. That was what he told me. He feels like his legacy there is secure. He's beaten everyone he needs to beat. He's beaten Superbon, he's beaten Murat, he's beaten is it Sidichai he lost to, which was weird in America, or on the TNT card. I'm just gonna look. I think the one he said he would want to get back is Petrosian, from their time in Bellator. But Petrosian, he says it's not really a fair fight anymore. But yeah, he obviously beat Sidichai, got that one back. Yeah, so he's kind of done everything he needs to do in one championship. I'm just looking it up. So I think Ching is. I don't think he's gonna come back. And it's not about money. He has a lot of money. Even before fighting, he has money. Comes from money. So yeah, I like to see it. Sure. I still would love them to do this Grand Prix they were talking about, but I don't think it's happening. Love to be proved wrong. Okay. The gift I gave you, can you wear it? I hope you like it, brother. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. He gave me a shirt with the Incredible Hulk on. I completely forgot. It's in my suitcase. I still haven't unpacked the suitcase. So lazy. I'll promise I'll wear it for I'm gonna do a show next Monday, and I'll wear it on that one, the year in review show. All right. I need to crack on with this recap. Who's next? So I missed Rak, Arawan, and Coco, but let me bring it on screen. Yep. So Rak with a first round knockout. He was very good. He got a bonus. I was backstage interviewing Murat, so I missed it. Wacharapon, also a first round knockout against Maisenkum. Also missed that one. I was backstage trying to interview Anissa Mixon, but I got there too late, so I didn't get the interview with her. But I was waiting to watch Masaki Noiri, so I messaged backstage. I said, I can speak to her. I just have to watch Noiri first. So yeah, I thought Noiri might get a finish, so it'd be okay, but it went the distance, and that was a shock. Yeah, guess we'll show that quickly. Yeah, very surprised. Masaki Noiri lost to Liu Mengyang, and to be honest, this was meant to be a gimme for Noiri. never really looked like troubling Liu. He did his, he came back, fought hard, but Liu just seemed to have him figured out. Very bizarre, very bizarre. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm really not. I'm just stunned. But yeah, so on the face of it, Noiri Masaki has lost 2 fights now in one. He lost to Sitichai and now Liu Mengyang, who no people had really heard of before this outside of China, and I know he kind of blew up in China on the back of this. Good for him. It was a great performance. But yes, are you all right? Susan says you seem down. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of massively tired. I think it's been a long 5 weeks. I haven't really had a day off in 5 weeks. I was just thinking about. I must sound a bit down. I'm not. I'm fine. I'm just exhausted, and I've been doing another job, kind of part time. It's a magazine. They have 2 issues a year, so it gets quite hectic. Yeah, when I'm doing that as well, I'm basically just working nonstop. So I'm pretty burnt out. I'm looking forward to a bit of a break as soon as I finish this live stream. Actually, I'm gonna be chilling for about a week, 10 days, something like that, or maybe less, but definitely get some chillage in. But I am fine. Thank you, Susan, for your concern. Noiri's loss totally destroyed K1's reputation for Lewis says. Noiri's got to be frustrated. Story of the fight says. So the morning after, the night before, I was in the hotel lobby, just had my omelet on toast and my coffee as I got ready to leave, head back, and I was just minding my own business, and Nori just came up and hugged me, and it was a tight embrace. I could sense he was really sad. He was sad, Susan, not me. So yeah, he's definitely upset, and I think it really bummed him out. It really hurt him, and even Takeru was pretty upset because it's not what they expected to happen, obviously, and yeah, Nori, back to the drawing board for Nori. Has it destroyed K1's reputation? Well, yeah, Kana also lost against Mexon. Didn't look great either. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I'm not going to wade into that debate because I'll catch some strays from J-Kick Twitter, I'm sure. But I don't know. Yeah, and literally working 24/7. I don't know who does it. It has been pretty stressful ever since like 169 fight week. That's just been horrendously busy for me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a bit of a break, but it's just there's no break. I mean, next month 2 big shows, right? And then February 2 big shows, including Doha. Japan is in March. 2 big shows in March. 3 big shows because you probably got a temple as well. So, and I think February you're gonna have the 100th Lumpinee. I think they're gonna make a little bit of a big deal out of that, or a mini big deal. So, who knows? But I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's great fun. Are your underdogs underneath the desk? My dog is not here. Sorry, vegan. He's outside. I got the door closed this time, but we'll get him on the show next week. But yes, also agree. For Lewis says Shimon looks more promising. Yeah, I'll show this Shimon finish. It was pretty good. I think they're high on him. He got a bonus. Well, yes, as I said, 2 K1 champs lost out tonight, but Shimon got the second round KO. He saved the day for Japan. beating Rittidet. There's the finish. But yes, Shimon. Never really heard much about him before, but impressive performance. We appreciate your hard work. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Appreciate you too. Thank you. Yeah, I can't remember. I had a point to make about Shimon, but I'm very tired, so I'll just finish up. I'm gonna race through the rest of this card and then get back to Christmas Eve. So, right, where was I? Yeah, Mexon and Kana. I thought Mexon would win, just because it's been coming. You know, she's had a couple of frustrating performances. I think she would have been extra pissed off after the Jackie fight. So I think she just outclassed Kana. Kana didn't look great, if I'm being honest. I know she would admit that too. It wasn't her best performance. So spoke to her as well in the lobby. Saw her at Lumpinee as well after the fight. She was I could tell she'd been crying. Very, very sad. She was down. She put a lot of pressure on herself, I think, to win this fight. And but I think the good thing is she probably, and for Nori, I think they'll both still get booked for Saitama Super Arena. So they'll hopefully one. I think if one can match make the right opponents to get off the mark in one, I think it'll do a lot for their confidence. But I think this was supposed to be a gimme for Nori, and he didn't take it. So what do you do with Nori now? I don't know. Kana, what do you do with her? I mean, if she'd beaten Mexon, you're probably looking at Pet Gija or not sure now though. Maybe Christina Morales, something like that. I thought that would probably be the fight they'd give her for her debut, actually. So I think Morales makes sense. The K1 connection. Yeah, and then Elbrus Osmanov and Nathan Benden. It was a fun opening fight. Nathan gave it his all. But I think Elbrus just had too much for him. But yeah, Nathan's not a kickboxer. He's Muay Thai. So solid performance. But yes. Oh, dogs are barking. All right. If you let Mexon get going, it's so hard to stop her. She's like an avalanche of volume. Gotta disrupt it early. Story of the fight says. That is true. But yes. Yeah, I'm done though. So I will briefly talk about some of these. 1171 was it? They announced a few new fights. I'm just gonna race through these because I'm exhausted. Yeah, and I want to get back to the sofa. So we'll do a show next Monday. I'll be a bit more lively. So here you go. Yeah, the it's pretty MMA heavy. So I think the ones that were just announced is Daggy against Roberto Soldic, Pibiano against Bellingham. We may have already we touched on that last time, I think. Yeah, today Ayaka against Ritu. So Daggy and Soldic is interesting because Soldic been out since Denver last year. So by the time this fight happens, it'll be nearly 2 years. Daggy's a lightweight, and Daggy's not fought MMA for 3 years. He had a grappling match against Takeru Tolo, also at welterweight. So I guess he's not afraid to come up, and he's probably quite big for the weight class. So probably not going to be too outsized, but I would expect Soldic to have too much for him. But who knows? Yeah, Daggy is a monster. Ritu and Ayaka, that's interesting because Ritu's also been gone for 2+ years. Singapore, September 2022, I think. She got choked out by Tiffany Teo. And Yeah, I thought she was gone from one championship, but I'm happy to see her back. Um, it's funny because yeah, if you go back to 2020, 2021, she was like the big thing in MMA for one, in women's MMA. So they had a lot of hopes pinned on her. They thought she could be their star in India, and it was working for a while. But then she got to the final of the Grand Prix and just got outclassed by Stamp, and then Tiffany Teo came down and just yeah, completely just jumped on her from the first second and subbed her after a couple minutes, I think it was. So yeah, it's not, and then India is not really a market now for one. So a lot's changed since then. Ayaka Miura, I think, is not the type of matchup that I think suits Ritu. I think Miura's just gonna do what she does to a lot of people, drag you down, get that Ayaka lock on you, get the tap or choke you out. So I don't know if it goes well for Ritu or if she's been working on her game. She's left Singapore. She left Evolve MMA. I think she's now in India. She's been married since that. Yeah, her life's completely different now. She may have even had a child. I can't remember, but totally different. So we'll see. It's a bit of a throwback theme to this card, definitely. But yes, scarf holds. Yeah, that's the Ayaka look, isn't it? The scarf hold Americana, is it? Pretty deadly. Yeah, one was trying to push, as John says, into India with Ritu, but it didn't pan out. Yeah, she just had a baby. That's right. Okay, anonymous. Yeah. Kadistam MIA. Connor says, I'm pretty sure Kadistam is going to fight Christian Lee for the welterweight belt next. So that could even happen in Tokyo. Christian kind of hinted at that to me. So yeah, I won't feel. We shouldn't feel too bad for Sebastian the Bandit Kadistam. I think he's got the title shot. Yeah. So as For Lewis says here, there's talk of 2 cars at Lumpinee per week. Sorry. I think nothing. So I was there at Lumpinee. I didn't go to the press conference or whatever it was, but I kind of got updated on it straight after. And it sounds like nothing concrete has been. They just talked about what they want to do, and there's plans to have a Sunday morning show, which will be timed for Saturday nights in the US. But that runs against the UFC, so I'm not sure about that. And the other part of the talks was sort of saying they're going to encourage gyms to set up, 2 areas or whatever. You're going to divide gyms into 3-round, 4-ounce glove fighters, and then the 5-round big glove traditional Muay Thai stuff. So he kind of talked about how Venom training camp is ahead of everyone in this regard. So I think that might be a good idea as well. But yeah, there are a few things discussed. I'm going to do a big article on it when I get time. I'll break it all down. But yes, that's as Story of the Fight says, that's a tough time slot if they are doing that. Ritu gave birth in June, and we're fighting 8 months later. Crazy, that is crazy. Will I live to the day when one comes to Europe? Melissa says, I don't think. Well, I don't know how old you are, but there's a chance. Yeah. I mean, Liam Harrison putting off his retirement for that maybe hints there could be a chance that one is doing a UK show next year. So I'm not sure Liam would have put off retirement if it was just another come out to Thailand and yada yada. It's got to be something special. But that's just me speculating. I don't know anything about that. All right. Well, Connor's gonna watch if If it's Lumpinee, he's gonna watch it over UFC. But the thing is, it's gonna be Lumpinee B. You know what I mean? They were talking about having Lumpinee A, B, and even C in the future, having a third show, having like promotion and relegation between the shows. Um, yeah, I don't know. It seems too convoluted to me, and there's already too much. I think they already do too much. I think they could do with taking a few more weeks off anyway for Friday fights, like having 40 shows a year instead of 46, 47 might be nice. But this is what it is. They got to pump out that content. It does great numbers every Friday, so you can't really stop. It is a whirlwind. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up because it's Christmas Eve. I'm gonna get back to celebrating. So thank you all for watching, tuning in. Sorry, I'm a little bit flat. Yeah, I'm just super tired, but had to jump on do my show. Um, I'm happy anyone at all tuned in. I was worried no one would because it's Christmas, but if you're celebrating, enjoy Christmas, Christmas Eve, enjoy Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and then yeah, I'll be back. I'm planning to be back on Monday next week to do a year in review type show. So I'm gonna try and rustle up some of the boys to come on here with me, and we'll pick our fights of the year, fighter of the year, this and that to make some fun categories, have a bit of a laugh. See out the 2024 in style and ring in the new year. So I can't do it on New Year's Eve because I'm going to a James Bond party. So I'll do something on the 30th. If anyone wants to join me, they are welcome. If not, I'll just do it myself, but it won't be as fun. I'll see who I can rustle up in terms of guests. Yes, as Sean James says, have a great week, everyone. I second that sentiment, and catch you all after Christmas. Have a good one. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. Peace and love, and catch you next week for the year in review.